Aren't we fortunate to have this beautiful place in which we can give our worship to God, our co-cathedral, so beautifully adorned, so magnificently done. We give thanks to God for this great gift, but also to so many people from Brooklyn and in Queens who worked so hard to make this all a reality. And yet, in the end, as beautiful and as prayerful as it is, it's nothing but brick and mortar, wood and metal and glass, unless God is present. What makes this a sacred place is that God is present here. What makes this special is that every day we do what we're doing right now, and God comes to meet us right here at this altar. And that as Jesus gave us his body and blood and changed that bread and wine into his body and blood, he remains present with us in the Eucharist. We'll have adoration on Friday, like today, like every Friday, but in the tabernacle, it's not the brick and the mortar, it's not even the glass. It's the very presence of God that makes this a sacred place. So true for all of our churches. In the time of Jesus, the temple in Jerusalem was a sacred place because it housed the law of God, and it was the place where the sacrifices were offered. It was a place where people could be close to God, that they could get a sense of that, of being close to his law, his word, and offer sacrifices. And the Jewish practices at the time were incredibly important. Jesus isn't knocking those practices. People made great sacrifices in order to keep the Sabbath. If you were a business owner and somebody who wasn't Jewish was a business owner, closing on the Sabbath was a sacrifice, not a day off. So Jesus isn't knocking these things, but he's saying they have a purpose. The whole point of the Sabbath, the whole point of the temple is to bring us closer to God. And Jesus is saying, look in front of you, people. You've got something greater than the temple right here. You don't just have a place where you can think about God. God's standing in front of you. Jesus is right there. You have something greater than the temple. And that's a reminder to us too as we gather for Mass, whether we're here present in this beautiful cathedral or in other churches, or even those of you who join us by way of television. God wants to meet us in our daily life. God wants to help us along the way. And God wants to lead us to that path to eternity. So thank God for beautiful places. But more importantly, thank God for coming to meet us. Thank God for wanting to be part of our lives. Thank God for this gift of the Eucharist, for the gift of his word, and the many ways that he gives us help in our daily work.